How's it going, everybody? Thank you for watching this video. And just a quick note, if you guys are subscribed, or if you guys haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe. And when you do, click this little bell here on my channel and get all notifications sent to you from my channel. That way you guys can be updated with all of my channel updates and uploads and whatever else I do on here. Thanks for watching. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the source code. My name is Sean, and today we're going to be looking at creating custom mobs, but creating custom mobs have some pathfinders. And once again, all the code will be available to you guys on GitHub, so go over there to check it out if you guys are having a hard time following along. But one of the first things I want to show you guys is if you guys are ever curious how something is particularly coded in Minecraft, go ahead and get a Java decompiler. Java decompiler is probably the best one, and just go ahead and drop your jar file in there. And you can actually go ahead and you can see all of the different things that are basically within this jar and what you can do. So last episode, I think it was last episode, when we were talking about packets, you can see that all of these different packets are available to you. And you can actually see them all laid out for what exactly they are. So say we wanted packet play out login, we can see exactly what the parameters are in order to use this packet, right? So let's just see packet playout title, which is what we used before, right? So we have an enum title action, which is basically where you want it to display, and then we have the chat serializer or iChat based component. So simply right there, we can know how to use packet playout, or we can go ahead and say packet playout server difficulty, enum difficulty, and the boolean. So pretty simple, not too hard to do. But it can get tricky sometimes, but we're going to be looking more in sort of this area today. So let's go back into here and let's get this started coding real quick. So there is this class which I don't remember the owner or where I got it. I've been using it for a couple months now, and I wish I had the link to the original person who coded this. So this is not mine, and I do not take credit for this. This class right here adds your mob into the game, and there's a couple of different ways you can do it. So you can do the register custom entity, and you can put the custom entity. The way that I do it, it makes it so, you know, it just adds it and not replaces. So you could have it so this your custom mob completely replaces all of the, and we're going to be doing zombies today. You can have it so your custom mob replaces all of the zombies with your custom entity. So every time a zombie spawns, it'll be your custom entity. That's not particularly what we want to do today. We're just going to go ahead and create a custom mob, right? So let's go ahead and create a new class here. If I can do this here, we're just going to call this. Let me just pull this wire out of the way. We're going to call this custom zombie. Okay. One of the first things obviously you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go ahead and say extends entity zombie. Go ahead and import that. And so now if we actually go into here and let's just look for entity zombies. So let's just it's going to be all the way up here. So let's see, entity zombie. I didn't realize there were so many entities. Entity zombie. I just saw it. There it is. Entity zombie. So this is everything that's inside of the entity zombie here, right? So we can see here in this class of, or this method here of R, we can see that it's setting some Pathfinder goals. And then if we actually just scroll down a little bit here, this is actually what we really want. So we can say like public n here is checking some things. I haven't really studied this, so I don't know exactly what's going on in here. But you can see here lots of different things are happening in each one of these different areas here. So you can look at this and you can sort of start to figure out how the entity actually sort of works. So we are just going to close this down for now because we don't particularly need it right now. And next thing we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and add the constructor here. And it's going to be super, but we want it to be super, and we want it to be craft world. And we're going to have to go ahead and put another set of parentheses in here. And we want this to be .get handle. Sort of similar to how we did it in the last couple of videos there where we used the handle. Oh, it's because I have the wrong world, that's why. So we actually need to go ahead and say org.bukkit.world. That's the world we want to go ahead and create an instance of. Mostly because the way we're going to be spawning this, it's easier just to do the bucket world right up here and craft world it here. So yeah. So the next thing we're going to do inside of here still is we're going to start basically creating our zombie, right? So we're just going to say zombie, and this is just going to be a craft zombie, and that's going to equal, we're going to cast zombie over this, and we're going to say this dot get bucket entity. Okay. Next thing we're going to go ahead and do is we're just going to go ahead and say this dot set baby, and now we're only doing that that craft zombie there so we can actually go ahead and set its maximum health. If you don't want to set its maximum health, then don't worry about it, because setting their maximum health is actually deprecated, and I haven't figured out which way to do it so it's not deprecated, but this is how we're going to do it. We're just going to say set max health. We're going to set it as 50, and as you can see there, it is deprecated, so we'll just add that suppress warning there so we can get rid of that. Then what we can do is we can go ahead and say this dot set health. We'll say 50, and then we'll say this dot set custom name, check color dot red, zombie, smiley face, because all zombies are happy. Then we're going to go ahead and set this custom name to visible. Most of this should already be sort of familiar with you guys if you guys followed along in my first custom mobs tutorial. If you haven't, be sure to go on my channel and check it out. I'm really bad at putting overlays on, so I don't put overlays on. If I can remember, I'll try to put an overlay on, but go ahead and check that video out. Okay, and then now we're going to go ahead and do a Pathfinder, right? So we're going to say this dot target selector dot A, pretty much always going to be the dot A, and we're going to say new, oops, oh my god, I can't type, new Pathfinder goal nearest attackable target, and it is going to be entity pig. And now we actually have to, did that import? Oh, so we need a priority here, so we'll just set that as 0. And then we also need to do this, and then we're going to go ahead and put in here entity pig.class, and then we're going to just say true. Oh, we want it to be this mob that attacks them. I don't know why that was so hard. So then if we just continue on, what we want to do next is we want to go ahead and say this dot get world, and then we want to say add entity, and we want to say we want to add this, more or less. So if we go ahead and do that, and now we'll use this custom entity here. So we already registered our event here, but on our onEnable, we actually want to go ahead and say custom entity dot register custom entity, and the ID for a zombie is 54. Well, we want 54, and then the name, we want it to be zombie, and the entity class is just going to be custom zombie dot class. So now that is registered with Minecraft when the server launches, and if we go ahead and say event handler, we say public void hit, and we're just going to do this on a player, interact event. I would do it on a command, but I don't really feel like setting up commands in here right now. So then what we can do is we can actually, this is kind of a pain in the butt here, kind of a lot to just get it to spawn, but let's just go ahead and get player equals event.getPlayer. And then we're going to go ahead and say location lock equals player dot get location. Let's import those. Okay, next thing we got to do is we got to go ahead and say world, and this is going to be NMS world. And then let's go ahead and say equals craft world. And this is going to be lock.getWorld, and then this is going to be .getHandle. Let's import that. Oops, did I import the wrong world? I did. Wrong world. Wrong world. We want this world. Okay. Then next thing we can do is we can go ahead and say custom zombie equals new custom zombie, and the world is going to be world. And then we need one more thing here. Oh, actually I think that's going to be it there. But we want NMS world. That's the one we want. Oh, no, we actually want Bukkit world. Forgot that we did it as Bukkit world. Or, no. Sorry, we don't need Bukkit world right here. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, no, not Bukkit world. We want this world. And then we don't have to do the get handle here. We just want to put world. Okay. There we go. So now we can go ahead and say NMS world. And there's that. And then what we can do is we can go ahead and say zombie.setPosition, and we will just say lock.getX, lock.getY, lock.getZ, and it's just going to spawn it right where we're standing. And then we're just going to say NMS world.add entity. Actually, we might not even have to do that. Let's just go ahead and see. Let's see if this will work. So let's export this. Let's reload our server. There we go. So there is our custom zombie, and it doesn't particularly do anything here, but if we go ahead and spawn in a piggy, and let's just do weather clear. Oh, he's gonna burn, isn't he? Cool, he's not burning. Oh, so I did it on a play interactive event, but you can see there is that every time I spawn a pig, takes a couple seconds, but they do realize and they start attacking the pig. Minded that I'm spawning a new one every time I do a play interact event, so let's just go ahead and say if event.getAction.equals action dot we'll say left click air, just to make it a little bit so not as many spawn. So if it's a left click air, so let's see, it doesn't spawn, but you can see that this one's attacking it. These ones I think are just a little bit out of range, or it's because nope, there they go. So sometimes they take a little bit to spawn or to recognize what's happening. But as you can see there is they are attacking these now. So there are a lot of cool things you can do with this. And if you guys have questions about anything else, just let me know. They're just attacking whatever so this guy attacked the chickens first, but now they're attacking the pigs. So not really sure where the priority comes over in there, but that's all I got for you guys. And if you guys want to see more about custom mobs, go over to our Discord, head over to our suggestions tab or channel, and go ahead and suggest some tutorials, guys. I think maybe next or in the future I'll show you guys how you can make rideable mounts or rideable custom entities. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and take care.